Hey, what's going on with your babies? What's happening? What's popping? What's shaking? What's crack-a-lacking? It's Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, and it's time for Raw Talk Live. Yes.
Yay, oh yay, 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 yay. No, I'm not perfect, no. I made my mistakes,
Hey, what's going on, family? It's yours truly, me, Miss B, and the one and only girlfriend, Peggy.
Hey, beautiful.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing just
You look
fabulous
royal in that
today.
purple.
Oh, thank you.
You
I almost
do.
forgot I had this. I said, oh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we love your beautiful fall colors.
Thank you. I'm falled out.
Yes, you are. And that's a good thing. And so, every Wednesday night that you wrap your hair, we have to guess uh, where the wrap came from. And so, the big thing is that it could be a tablecloth, a table runner, a shower curtain, a sheet, a scarf, a skirt, a blouse, a pair of pants, leggings, or any combination of the aforementioned elements can go into it. Oh, tonight you did a double take on us, right? A little something in
I
the
don't know if
back
you
and
can
a
see
lot of
that.
something in the front.
I don't see if you can see that in the back or not because it's on black, so you
Oh,
might
no,
not
you
be able
can
to see the
see it.
bun in the back.
Yeah, yes, you can see the bun in the
Oh,
back. That
okay.
was a very unique approach. So let's see. And we love that your head wraps are always bejeweled. It's so
Mm,
queenly and so different, and
thank
just
you.
so different. And it's a beautiful match to your lovely top tonight. So I don't know. I'm going to say that you used a scarf. And I'm not sure. I don't know if it's two scarves. I don't know if it's a black scarf and a multicolor scarf, or if it's black leggings and a scarf and the jewels, or a scarf and some stockings. I don't know. Am I warm? Am I hot? Am I
Oh
what?
yeah, you warm. You right there on top of it. You right there on top of it. Tonight I use the leggings as my base, and I made my bun in the back. I don't know, like I said, it's hard for me to tell if you can see the bun in the back.
Oh
So I
yes.
made
Oh
the
yeah.
bun.
You can see the bun very
Okay,
clearly. Now let's
yeah,
make something clear. Typically, you use the leggings as your base because they help the material stay in place. They give you a good foundation to wrap on, right?
to build on. Yeah,
To
it
build
creates
on.
it create the form and the shape. Usually when I'm trying to wrap it upwards, like going up toward the sky, it kind of gives it something to hold on to.
Okay.
So I usually have that ball maybe up in the front. Sometimes I put it more to the top of my head and build it up this way. And tonight I wrapped it in the back and made it look like it's a big bun back there. You know,
Yes.
this kind of gave me the old peel box feel of the hats they used to wear back in the day.
Yes.
And so I just started with it, and I said, "Oh, that looked like a hat. It looked like it's coming out to be a hat. So let me go with that." And this is what I came up with. I took the bracelets, and those are those slinky type bracelets. The
Yes.
old, the oldest Methuselah, but they still working and doing what they need to do. So I kind of just used that to kind of adorn it a little bit with some bedazzle, and then I took my two crowns and stuck them up front once I tied it. And this was just like a little flap here, so I just let it flap. I just let it do what it. However I tied it, that's how it fell out. So I said, hey, that's cool.
That is so perfect.
Yeah.
It
So
is
I said,
perfect.
And the outer garment is a short sleeve, long shirt. You know those shirts that go long in the back with the tail, and then
Okay.
they long in the front, but you can tie it up at your waistline and make a tight tie at your waist and let it hang down.
Yes.
That's what this is. A stretch. This is short. It's a shirt.
It's a shirt.
It's a shirt. I can see we delayed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. So it's a shirt and a pair of leggings tonight.
Very nice.
Thank you. I really like it, and it feels real comfortable and secure and just cute. It just feel, like you really can just go out in it and be dressy or be casual and still feel dressy, because I'm just casual with a t-shirts and a pair of leggings or whatever on the bottom, and you still can feel cute and dressy and go on and have a good time.
Works for me. It looks absolutely beautiful. Our
Thank
Raw
you.
Talkers are coming into the building tonight. We want to welcome Benjamin Jones. Welcome him back. Thank
Hey,
you so much for
Benjamin
being
Jones.
with us tonight. He says, hello, ladies.
Hello.
Shirley Walthour, my dear love, is in the building. She says, hello, beautiful Nubian queens. And then
Yes.
girlfriend Peggy, you are working that thing for show, for show.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it is
Thank
absolutely
you.
beautiful. But we love the crowns. I have on my new crown that you gave me,
Yes.
a beautiful fancy stone and gold crown. And I see you have on both of ours. You have on the silver and the gold. So we love the crown brooches. There's so much you can
Yes.
do with them. And you see, you can put them on in your hair, on your clothes,
Mhm.
on your head wrap, just anywhere. I have
Right.
two of the silver ones. You and I have these two matching together. I have
Yeah.
two of them, and I'm going to put them on a pair of my boots. The boots I told you about that have
Right.
the
Yes.
like they made like a sock or knit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have crowns on each ankle of my boot to make mine distinguished from everyone
Right.
else's.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what I learned from my girlfriend Peggy. I learned how to repurpose
Everything.
everything.
Everything. A shirt does not have to be a shirt. A skirt does not have to be a skirt. Yeah. You can find something else to do it in a different way to wear it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So that's a beautiful thing. And so girlfriend Peggy, I'll get to see you tomorrow. Girlfriend Peggy is in the Orlando area, and I'm in the Atlanta area. And so we're going to get to see each other tomorrow. I'm flying into Orlando. Of course, I'm going to be at all of, not all. Wait a minute, what am I talking about? I'm going to be at at the Classic on Saturday. Out there, come visit our booth. We're going to be promoting the movie, which hits theaters nationwide this coming Friday, November 19th. It is The Youngest Evangelist. I've been posting about it and talking about it. And after almost 2 years of work, it is finally coming to fruition and going to open in theaters across the country, nationwide on Friday. And we're just so happy and excited about that. So we'll be at the Florida Classic in Orlando on Saturday, out there promoting the movie. We have the support of the Florida Classic. They have given up some of their billboards. They're going to be showing the trailers on the big jumbo screen in the stadium. And we just really appreciate that kind of love and support. So I can't wait to see all of my Orlando family on Saturday out there at the game. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what it's going to be about. And then I'll get to see you again, girlfriend Peggy. All throughout the weekend, we're going to be hanging out together. And then
Yes.
she'll be at the premiere because she hasn't seen the movie.
No, I haven't. I can't wait. I'm so
Yes.
excited. I'm so excited.
Yes. Yes, they had a sneak preview, a marketing preview earlier this year. And but we're waiting for the goody good for the red carpet part. So that happens on Monday, November 22nd. And there are multiple theater times. I didn't look today, but I think all of them on Monday are sold out. But the movie opens in theaters on Friday. So please, I invite you wherever you are to go and see the movie. Go to the website, theyoungestevangelist.com, where you can click on the alphabet, the first letter of the state where you reside, and then see all of the movie theaters that are carrying the film in your area. And then please go on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Yes, that's right, girlfriend. And that's right. See one, take one.
Yeah.
And go and support this beautiful, independently made, designed by God, faith-based film that is, we hope and pray, going to take the country by storm, and who knows, might even turn some lives around, might change people. So that's what's happening, and so I'm gonna see you tomorrow, girlfriend.
Yes. You know, it's funny because I was supposed to go and get my hair done today. And I thought about it, and it was at 6:30 appointment. I said, you know what, I'm never going to be finished on time to get back and get in place and do what I need to do. So I just put it off for tomorrow. So I said, that's going to work out perfectly. You'll be coming in tomorrow. I'll be in Orlando tomorrow. We can hook up, hang out, have a good time, or either party tomorrow evening. I think we said we may hit Live Vibe, or, you know, hang out there for a little bit and enjoy ourselves, or get something to eat while we're there, and just enjoy hanging out for a bit.
For real.
I'm looking forward to that. The last time I think we got together and party, we were at Thursday Live Vibe for your birthday last year.
Yes.
Yes, and that was a fabulous time. Yes, I had a blast. Anytime you in Orlando, please go to Thursday Live Vibe. Come in on the Thursday so you can go and catch it. I don't go a lot, but I get a chance to look at the videos that Kathy posts, and some of the other people that's inside for the evening. They post live videos, and I so love it because I get to live vicariously through them partying and having a good time, and it's always a good time. So I'm looking forward to maybe
always. They have some good stuff going on. Monique Scott Nichols in the virtual building with the Raw Talkers. Hey girl, what's going on? Hello, my sister. Yeah. Monique and Shirley both will be attending the premiere, so you get to see them on Monday as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take a second and put my phone on Do Not Disturb because things happen.
Yeah,
things happen. I neglected to do that, so I just had to go on and do that right quick. A little bit of housekeeping. So tonight this is great. You know, whether you are married, regardless of what kind of relationship you are in, whether you're married, dating, working, you know, your work environment, your friendship environment, any kind of ship that you have usually means that you're with somebody and you're having a good time, but somewhere along the line there might a conflict may arise, a difference of opinion may come up, something might happen that you take great offense to, and it causes an argument. So tonight we're talking about arguing. Do you know how to argue? And then, do you know how to resolve the conflict? And do you know how to apologize? Can you apologize without becoming the victim? Can you apologize making excuses? Can you apologize and be sincere without pointing the finger, at someone else? And so I'm trying to think, what happened? What did I say to you, girlfriend Peggy, about an argument, which about apologizing? I think we were talking about, and we said, we need to cover this topic.
Yeah, because we did conversations. Who's a better communicator? Last week we covered You know, are the men better communicating, or the women better at communicating? You said the men, you went with the men. Of course, I went with the queens because hands down, I feel that any day, all day, every day, women are no doubt about it the best communicators. But most people weighed in with me and agreed that women were the best communicators. But like I said, it goes on an individual basis because you have some men that are just dynamite when it comes to communicating and getting their point across. And like you say, in a very short way. You know,
Yeah,
they just say what
they don't mince words. They, you know, they are straight to the point. Charlene Carter in the building. Hello, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Tonight we're talking about how you argue and how do you apologize. And that's really critical. I got to tell you, when I think about arguing or whatever with people, there's only one person. There's only one person who presses my buttons. I got one person who I will argue with. I mean, this person, me and this person fight like cats and dogs, and it's so unusual. I just usually do not have that kind of issue in my life, but it's something about this person that they just know. I don't know what it is. Some people say that we have a love-hate relationship. I'm going to tell you, it's intense. It's intense. It must be a lot of love, because if I didn't love this person so much, I don't know that they could at the same time, get under my skin and set me off. But everybody who responded, 100% of the people who responded online to the question, do you fight fair or do you get down and dirty? Everybody said number one. Everybody said that they fight fair.
they said they fight fair. I don't believe it.
That's what they
I
said.
I don't think
fight fair.
I don't think when it comes to a real good down hard argument, I don't think anybody fighting fair. And what is fair fighting? Because like you say, when you really dipping down below the belt, when you're getting off the topic of the conversation and why you're disagreeing about something, now you bringing in everything but the kitchen sink that pertains to why you in disagreement about what you're talking about. That's fighting dirty. That's going under the belt. That's getting off topic. That's unfair. You know what I'm saying? That's what I perceive as being unfair.
It is unfair.
Pre-thinking what they're going to say, why they're going to say it, making sure that it's within line with the argument. Nobody's fighting fair. Come on, I just don't believe that.
I don't. I listen. I do some mean ass name calling. I do some low down dirty. I do some project shit. You know what I mean? My stuff is just like, it's old school. It goes all the way back to the dozens. It's like it is raw, it is gutter, and I'm gonna call you a name. You gonna get it. When this person gets the name calling, like I said, I only fight with one person. But I mean, some low down. I can get. It's disrespectful. I am disrespectful. Monique says, I have to admit. What'd you say, girlfriend?
I was saying, how can it not get unfair when emotions are getting high? You getting emotional, they getting emotional, you getting mad about a moment. Everything they say is making you more and more upset. Either they lying, or the way they talking to you is disrespectful, or they're being loud and embarrassing you in a room or in a situation that you don't want to be in. And how can you be fair? How are you going to be fair unless you have the kind of restraint to just, like you say, stop and walk away, or just like, listen, I'm not going to argue with you in here. Where's my people at? Where is he tonight? I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah. Oh, you wait. That's who you want right now.
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you.
Like he said, I'm not gonna argue with you. You mad? So how can you argue with somebody that's mad? You know they gonna go under the belt. They know they gonna go in on you. You know they trying to hurt you with everything they got. They trying to hurt your feelings. They trying to get you in your emotions. They trying to get you in your spirit. They are trying to drag you down to make sure that you full of tears and that you leaving and you feeling your absolute worst by the time they get finished with you.
Yep. That's what I was trying to do. Monique says she has to admit that she loves to argue and have the last word. I can get real gully. I know that's right. If needed. She says, however, as she matures, as she gets older, she realizes a sincere apology is more important than the stress of the last word. Take accountability for your actions and make it makes it easier to be able to apologize.
Yes. And
yes.
And a lot of things about arguments are when you arguing with a person, you know when you said things that hurt their feelings. You know when you said things that you shouldn't have said. You know when you wrong. You know when you showed your ass. You know when you really went places you didn't have to go. But then for you not to turn around and say, hey, I did kind of go way to the left. I'm sorry. Hey, another thing I want to know, is it okay to make a contract with your girlfriend or whoever significant other? Hey, we're gonna have disagreements. We both two different people with two different mindsets. We think differently. We're gonna have arguments and disagreement. Is it okay for us to argue and still be cool at the end of the argument? Because, like I said, I don't like going 2 and 3 days not speaking to each other in the same household, and he don't want to say good morning. I don't want to say good morning. I'm sleeping with my back to him, or vice versa. That's nonsense. Say what you got to say. I'm the type of person where I want to say what I have to say. I want you to understand my point, why I feel the way I feel, how, why, when, where. And I want to make my get it out there, and I'm done with it. I'm willing to hear you out as well.
And that's beautiful.
4 days and falling out over stuff is just it's not worth it.
No. And Charlene says she agrees with you, Peggy, wholeheartedly. And that's the mature way to do it. And that's really good if you can if you can adhere to that. Monique says if we have a contract, can it have an expiration date?
No, that's long as y'all together. No expiration.
But well, you know what? I tell you what, if it has an expiration date, it's going to be just like a lease on a rental, or when you're renting a house or when we get to the expiration date, we're going to have to come together and see if we still agree on all the elements of that contract and then come up with a new contract. So you don't get to go on no month to month, Miss Monique, with the contract. All right. If the contract expires, then you have to get together and come up with a new contract, honey. That's how that goes, But on a personal note, Peggy, you remember that you and I had a disagreement and we were separated for a significant amount of time. And it wasn't, it wasn't your fault, but it happened as a result of arguments between it was a conflict with the men that we were involved with, or the person that you were involved with at the time, who was always jealous of us, who always resented our relationship, who said mean, nasty things about you and me all the time, to have an argument because he wanted us not to be friends. And all of those kind of things. And so he came in and he did all manner of stuff to cause
Mhm.
conflict and disagreement between you and me, between, then he went after my man, then he went
Yes.
after some of our friends,
Our friends, yes,
you
absolutely. It
know.
was a big, yeah,
It was a mess. It was,
it was a
it
big
got
mess.
physical.
Yes, it did.
It
Twice.
got
Got physical
physical.
twice. Yep. With the guys.
Yes, yeah, with the men,
Altercation. Yes.
it got deadly. Nobody died, but anybody could have at any point. It was a serious disagreement, and it caused a divide between you and me because I
Mhm.
couldn't be friends with you while you were involved with this person, and I was
Mhm.
involved with my man because this man disrespected my man.
Right. Absolutely. And
Okay,
I agree. He
right.
did. That was
He
disrespectful on all levels on his end.
Yes. And so what happened was it caused Peggy and I not to be together for a
Mhm.
while. I know it was a
Mhm.
year, at least a year. It might have been almost 2 years. And it wasn't that long,
Maybe over a little around a year, maybe a little. I don't even recall it being a year.
but
At
it
least a year.
was.
It was
Hmm.
okay, but I don't think it was close to two.
Okay. But I know,
We're gonna have an
you know
argument
what
about
it is?
that right now, girlfriend.
Huh?
I said we finna argue about that
We
right
spent
now.
girl, it was 2 years. I know it was 2 years.
Oh, it wasn't no 2 years. It was 1 year, some
Yes,
months.
it was. I don't know what you're talking about. You must have that thing wrapped on your head too tight. Yeah. But,
Memory,
but
memory loss.
uh,
Okay.
we got a woosah. So we had that issue, and
Yes.
it was painful.
Hmm.
It was
It was.
painful. It was.
Yes.
And so then we had to and so what Peggy would do, because I wasn't saying anything, and Peggy got rid of that man, but I was still with the same man, so I was still, I had to still be kind of in my feelings, at least for his sake. And so
Yeah.
Peggy would call me periodically, and she go, "You still mad at me? You still upset?" All right, and I say, "Yeah." Nothing I can do about. Yeah, I am. It's still. Then she'd wait a little bit, and then she'd call back, and she say, "You don't miss me yet? I miss you. You ain't missing me. I love you. Why you ain't missing me? I don't know. I'm over here mad." You block so much of your blessings when you're holding on to anger and resentment. And even the Bible says that your prayers don't get answered when you block off your love to someone. So it's
Yes.
like, oh, but that's what happened. And so we had to, and then eventually, um, we came back around. Did I?
You invited me out to an event. Yes.
Oh, it was Monique's event. Let me tell you something about
Oh,
this
that was
Monique's
Monique's
event.
event. Oh yes. Okay. What was the
Okay.
name of it?
It was something with a D. It was like Monique. What was the name of the thing that we did when we had all of the women gathered together in the room with all of the speakers and the preachers, all of the ladies, and we came together to kind of like cleanse ourselves of
Talk
hurt and
about
things.
past
It
hurts and
was.
stuff.
She's going to tell us. She's going to tell us. But
Okay.
I moderated this event for Monique.
Yes.
Oh, it was called The Discussion.
Okay. Well, that's what it was then, and a lot of women cleansed their hearts, cried out. Told of stories that they had been molested and how the mothers didn't believe them, and uncles molested them and cousins molested them, and it was just heart wrenching. Before it was over, there was not a dry eye in the house. I think
Not
everybody
one.
paired up and just cried their little heart out. I know I did.
Yep. And people were laid out on the floor crying. People are walking around with such hurt and pain and anguish. You know, how much anguish you feel when you grew up with your father molesting you, you know, or molesting other children, or your husband that abused you, or the husband that cheated on you. I remember so clearly the woman who started the conversation, and she was talking about how she and her husband worked together in the same office, and he had the unmitigated gall to cheat on her with someone who worked in the office, and she had to go to work every day with thoughts and feelings of wanting to kill both of them. She had started to think in her mind about how she could kill these people because she was so hurt and distraught and upset. And women came in there that day and they let it all go. And I invited girlfriend Peggy to come, and that was our day of total reconciliation. We cried out, we cried on each other. We said, I love you. We ain't gonna let nothing else come between us no more ever, especially not no Negro.
That's right.
and
through that process, I had to realize I knew it wasn't the fault of my own, but I still had to take responsibility for it. Like I said, it was because of somebody else's doing that still disrespected you, your man, our relationship, our friendship. But I knew I had to give you the time and the space. It wasn't when I was ready to forgive. It was when you were ready to be able to get over the hurt, because everybody's ability to get over hurt is different. The timing is not going to be the same, just the same as you argue with somebody or get mad at somebody because they don't do what you want them to do when or how you want them to do it, or you want somebody to buy into your product or to your business or to whatever, and they choose not to. How are you going to get upset with somebody for not doing what they want to do with their money? Everybody have their own choices and decisions to make. So I had to wait on you. I knew I had to do temperature checks. I just had to wait it out, test the waters, because I already knew this wasn't a relationship that I was ready to just toss by the wayside and say it wasn't worth reconciling and making sure that we, got back together as friends. Some people you don't value in your life, and you know it from the beginning. You could care less whether you ever speak to them again another day in your life. And then some people, no, this was not a friendship that was supposed to be for a reason. For a season. This is a lifetime friendship, and I value it that much that I'm willing to wait it out. I don't care if it takes 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, but we're going to get this thing back together in God's timing. And that's what happened.
And that's what
happened.
Thank
you, Monique. Thank you.
Thank you, Monique. And Monique says, and now we have WOO, Women of Orlando. So you can go to that group on Facebook and start to follow and be a part of a wonderful organization of beautiful women who are learning and loving and growing together with one another. But Monique is very insightful, and she just felt like God led her to bring people together, and it was a very intimate setting. I think there were maybe 80 or 90 of us in the room. She made it very comfortable. The decor was just so, it was beautiful, and it was designed to make people, even though we all did not know one another, people felt comfortable, and I wanted them, she allowed me to moderate, and it was my goal to make them feel comfortable, like they could release and open up without being judged. And I'm telling you, that discussion was a remarkable thing. She's always said that she needs to do it for the men too. That hasn't happened yet, but I bet you after tonight, we're going to see in 2022 that we'll have a discussion just for the men, led by her husband, I'm sure. Rhea Clark is in the building. Hey, Diva.
Hey, you, Rhea.
Yes. Wonderful, beautiful Rhea. And so, Rhea, tonight we're talking about arguments. How do you argue? How do you resolve an argument? How do you apologize? And it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share something with you. I'm gonna shine a little light on my situation over here on some notes that I took. When you're arguing, one way to help resolve the conflict, of course, is to keep your tone,
Your composure.
to maintain your composure, and to keep your tone in check.
Right.
Monique said it's going down, baby. Orlando gentlemen will do this. I know they will.
Right.
I know it's going down. I know it's going down because it was something else for the women. That discussion is powerful.
It was powerful. And I would love to see another one come into play, because we didn't really know why we were there, what the topic was going to be. Or I was, like I said, I was just in surprise and awe of, I didn't know, you didn't know what was going to happen, what was going to take place. Who was supposed to be there? They were in the house. They were in the building. So if you made that event, you were designated, you were supposed to be there. And it was a reason why you were there. I don't think, like I said, everybody was blessed that day. Everybody was blessed.
Hello, beautiful Diane Williams. Diane Williams in the virtual building. Welcome to the conversation tonight.
Hey, beautiful Diane. Yes, Diana.
Yes. And Monique says part 2 of the discussion is coming in 2022. That's right, Monique. Do what you do.
Yes,
that's it awesome. Is a good thing. It is a good thing. So when you're in the throes of an argument and you want to diffuse it, one of the first things that you can do is find something to agree with. So say, you know what, honey, I agree with you. I had said that I was going to do a certain thing and I didn't do it. So you're right about that. I agree with you. And that kind of helps calm a person down when you validate them, when you validate, their opinion, and you stay on point. You have to stay on point with what the argument is about. And then you mentioned this, Peggy, about listening, and not just to, so you can have the great comeback, but listen to hear what this person is saying, how they're expressing themselves. So you listen instead of defending. So here's an example about how you can do that. They express what they're upset about. And then you say, I hear what you are saying. And then you repeat to them what they said. I hear what you're saying. You said that I did such and such and such a thing. Okay. And then you ask them to verify that. So did I get that right? You want to make sure that you're at a point that you both agree and understand where the offense lies. So I'm listening. I'm hearing what you're saying. I give it back to you and I ask you if I'm right. And then if I don't get it right, then you can let me know.
Correct.
Hey, Drop D, what's going on, Jimmy? Hi, he's Jimmy is in the building with his wife and this beautiful couple, Diane and Drop D have been married for forever. Rhea and her man have been married a long time. Monique and Nick have been married, a couple of days after God made Adam and Eve. Then Nick and Monique got married. So we have some experienced people in the building when it comes to conflict resolution. And so that's one thing to do, to listen sincerely, to listen for that and not listen for how you're going to take their opinion and chop it up into little pieces and put it down the garbage disposal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you're not trying, like you say, be the bigger person. You want to be the better person at the end of the day. You want to figure out how you can make this thing better and take responsibility, or at least, like I said, let them know where you feel they dropped the ball. Listen, it's not my fault. I feel like we agreed to this, and this, and you didn't do your part. You didn't do A, B, and C. You only did C. And that's where my hurt comes in. That's where my unrest comes in. That's where my awkwardness comes in with you, that I'm upset that we agreed to do these things and you only did this. That's not the bargain. That's not what we agreed to. And if people, like I said, would try to conversate and talk rather than just get down and dirty and try to get through all the other stuff. So many things could get resolved without breaking up and falling apart and not being friends and not speaking.
Because I'm good for that. With that other person that I argue with, I'm telling you, I only argue with one person. And I have never in my life argued and fought with somebody so hard and so passionately to the point where sometimes we don't speak for a whole year. We just be in misery.
Yeah, and then y'all right back buddies again so quick, just like that. Y'all talking today? Okay. You know, it is what it is.
And let me tell
Hey,
you
I love
something
it
else.
because I know that's the type of ambivalent relationship y'all have with each other. So if he come, if he go, he in, he out. It is what it is. I'm with you. Like I say, I'm here for your support system. You know?
And that's what happens. And I'm gonna tell you this: people are tired of us. They tired, like they just want to know. All they want to know is, are we on or off? Just on or off. And I'm like, we're on today. It's on and popping. It's all good. And this person is my friend. This person is, my friend. This person ain't no lover. You know what I'm saying? This is my friend. Woo wee. But he knows how to piss me off. All right, here's number 3. Take ownership. Take ownership of your role in the incident or the situation. Take ownership for your part. Say, hey, you know what, baby? I jumped to the conclusions. I flew off the handle too quick. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that to you. I didn't mean to come at you like that. And right in the midst of the argument, start your apology. Yeah,
before that person even walk away. Hey, let's get this together. Let's make it right before we have to go home and be guilty and burying and just acting fool and mad. You're taking displaced anger. You're mad at this person. Now you're gonna go home. You're gonna take it out on your loved one at home. He ain't have nothing to do with it. She ain't have nothing to do with it. But you mad at everybody else now because you had an argument with this person over here.
Right.
It's
and don't take it out at right, and don't be taking that out on the people at the drive-through window.
And right.
They didn't have nothing to do with it. Rhea says that she doesn't call it argument. I call it discussions. We have to learn. We have to learn to have comfortable and uncomfortable conversations and find a resolution. She said, for me, it's no breaking up. When it comes to her marriage, she says, we ain't doing no breaking up. So you better figure it out. And accountability is key.
Yes, absolutely. And the most arguments are caused by lies, someone's bad attitude while they talking to you, being rude, being disrespectful. That's what causes it to be an argument instead of a conversation. Because you have control, you're monotone, you're just talking, you're having a conversation, but all of a sudden the conversation becomes an argument when the vibes change. When you're yelling, when you scream, when you're raising your voice, when you're pointing the fingers like we talked about, when you're all up in somebody's face and you're shaking your head and you're ready to take it outside and you're taking off your earrings and you're taking off your shoes. Come on, that's the argument. You ready to fight now?
You're ready to fight now. It's about to come to blows. And that's not a good thing. And because I live with somebody who, when he got mad, he started tearing stuff up. I'm like, excuse me. You better find something soft to throw. You better find some toilet paper. You better find something, a roll of paper towels. Don't you start throwing my stuff around. Don't you break my mirrors and break my computer
in the walls
and put holes in the walls.
None of that.
Don't do that. Because that's not going to work for me. Okay, so take ownership of your role in the disagreement and the problem or whatever, and apologize. That calms things down so much more. And then last but not least, stand together and attack the misunderstanding. Okay, and if it happens to be if this is a love relationship, okay, I see you, I see my sister in the building. Hey Sinitra. Yeah, you know, so stand together and attack the misunderstanding. And this is even good for both of you to stand next to one another as opposed to opposing. You know, I'm in your face and you're in my face. Let's stand together. You know, let's hold hands. Let's not attack
Right.
each other,
Right.
but go after what the problem is.
Right. What I
You
say
know,
mhm.
right. You know, the problem is, yeah, I told you that I needed you to do a certain thing and you ignored it and didn't do it at all because you didn't feel like it, but you didn't tell me you didn't feel like it. And so I was expecting you to do this. And, you know, because you didn't feel like it, you didn't. And I'm supposed to be all right with that. So, you know, let's get to that part and not to the part where, you know, I don't like your mama. and and calling people out of their names and
Right.
you know and saying you're fat or you're stupid,
Yeah.
you know,
Jackass and all that stuff. Yeah,
all
I
of that.
found myself as I get older too. When I argue, you know, in the midst of when I see it's becoming confrontational and it's getting to be loud and it's getting to be getting out of hand. You know, I'm like, listen, baby, listen, listen. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not your I'm your ally. I'm here to for us to help figure this thing out. We here to
I'm on
figure
your
out a
side.
solution. Right. We partners. We on the same team. I'm not here to make you wrong. I just need you to understand and see what I'm saying as well as me understand what you're saying. Now we got to figure a solution and get some resolution to what's going on so we can make sure that this right here, this miscommunication, this misunderstanding doesn't happen again.
Right.
That's all. I don't want to fight about this 2 or 3 or 4 times over and over again. We're gonna have
Mm-mm.
this conversation this one time, and we don't need to revisit this no more because we understand each other. Now we should be right here with each other. That we don't have to keep doing this. I'm not gonna keep arguing with you. I used to be an
Mm-mm.
arguer, but now I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue with you. I ain't
You
going back and
mad.
forth with you.
You mad. I
Right.
don't want to argue with you. Shoot, look at you.
You mad. Mhm.
but you know, but that's on the argument side, and then comes the other side of the coin, of course, apologizing. So I
Right.
introduce you to the first place an apology comes in. An apology starts in the midst of the argument.
It should. That's where most people make the biggest mistake. They don't start apologizing before they leave the presence of a person or the phone call with each other. Somebody gonna get mad, hang up the phone on somebody, and then they're not gonna answer the phone no more when the person try to reach out to them again, or they're gonna storm off. Somebody gonna storm off and hit the door. They don't even want to say hear nothing you gotta say, and they just done. And that's not good.
That's not good. That's not
That's
how
not
you
good.
resolve it. You know, when I first the thought came back to me when I first started talking with girlfriend Peggy about this apology thing. I was telling her about a personal situation where a person came after my daughter and insulted her and
Mhm.
attacked her on social media, not because she was mad at my daughter, she's not my daughter's friend or anything, but because she was mad. She was mad at my son.
Mhm.
Okay, so she was mad at him and she went after his sister, you know, because she was doing what? She was fighting dirty. She didn't want to just, you know, resolve the problem or the issue that she had with him, but she wanted to make it uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know what it was. So, so she did that. And once she did that, there was, as far as my daughter was concerned, there's no coming back from that. So years and years and years and years and years go by, and now this person shows up. And when she shows up, she doesn't start off with an apology, and had to be told more than once, you need to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
You need to apologize to my family member. You want to be around, you need to start with an apology. And so here it is with an apology. With the apology, you say, I would say, girlfriend Peggy, I know what I did was wrong, and that in the process I hurt you and I offended you. And I want you to know that I sincerely apologize for my actions. I apologize for my words. I want you to know that I will never let that happen again. I'm ashamed of that, but but I'm not too proud to come to you and let you know that you were right and I was wrong. And I want to know if you would please accept my apology and forgive me for the pain that I caused you. But when you start out with the apology and you say, if I offended you, now you're gonna make me say a bad word. Because I'm gonna say, bitch, you offended me.
Right, because now you add insult to injury.
Thank you, girlfriend.
Now you add insult to injury because you said some things out of whack. You were out of character. I didn't deserve the things that you said. You're wrong. You dead wrong.
You dead wrong.
Nobody should have to tell you that.
No. So put on your big girl panties and it up. But it has to be sincere. It has to be real, or else you're not released from the pain or the anger or the disappointment. You're really not being true to it, and people can tell the difference. So you can't apologize. I can't send no apology through anybody else. I did it to you. I did it directly to you. And when I did it, I didn't care about your feelings or who knew or anything else. Now it's time to apologize. You can't, get somebody else to go and apologize to that person for you. You've got to do it yourself, and you need to come. You need to come for real. You need to come for real. Rhea says, yes, you got to be careful what you say to people, because some things you can't come back from. You sure can't take it back.
Right. Once it's out there,
and you can't come back from. Right. And as old as I am, I'm still guilty of offending her. So I'm looking to grow up in 2022. You better believe that. Benjamin says that, but suppose the other person just doesn't agree with you. You can't keep going trying to get them to see it your way. Somebody has to walk away and stop the argument.
And that's when you say, let me say this. Listen, let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree on this, because we are never going to see eye to eye on this particular issue. And that's not being, that's being forthright. That's throwing up the white flag in a sense. That's saying, hey, let's draw a truce. We're not going to get nowhere on this issue right now, man. I love you. At the bottom line, at the end of the day, we still going to be brothers. We still going to be sisters or lovers or whatever it is we are. It's not worth losing our friendship over. We're going to sleep on it, and we'll see how we feel at a later time with this. But right now, baby, we finna hug, and I love you, and we're going to talk to each other later.
Yes, I agree. No walking away. We can just, I agree. We can agree to disagree, and we can sit down and we can be quiet for a minute, and we can get a snack. That would be a good time to have a little snack and fellowship.
Exactly. And so And when you say things that you are not proud of, when you know you embarrass the person in front of their family, their peers, their children, in front of their spouse, significant others, when you know that you came at that person with an attitude sideways, you need to apologize. It doesn't even matter if the person was right or wrong. You need to apologize for your behavior and your attitude at that particular time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you need to be good with that. Ria says, even with apology, be open that the person may not accept it, and you have to be okay with that
You
too.
have to. Yes, you have to. Because
You know,
again, you have to give that person time to grieve, to vent, to process, to get over whatever it is they feel. It's not going to be on your time, and it have to be on their time, and that they accept your apology. And
yeah,
you have to be the person to be in the wings waiting and be open to reciprocate and be forgiving when they do decide that they're ready to forgive.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. You know, but you can rest at night because you've done all you can do.
Mhm.
In the great words of the creator of the founder of Primerica Insurance, he said, all you can do, A.L. Williams, all you do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. So, you know, you've extended the olive leaf, you've extended the apology, you have, most importantly, forgiven yourself
Mhm. And accept the responsibility.
and accepted responsibility and forgiven yourself. And now you wait patiently for this other person to catch up with you. And you
Mhm.
know, and Ria is right. You have to be good with it. If you might not ever get
Like,
it,
that's
but you
another thing we discussed, right? Some things, especially in relationships, you got dogged out, you got cheated on, he treated you like a dog, slept with your mama, your brother, your sister. You may
ooh,
not ever get an
that's a low
apology from
down
him,
dirty freak.
but sometimes, at some point, you're gonna have to be good with that. You're gonna have to apologize to yourself. You're gonna have to get your own closure. You're going to have to
Yes.
know how to resolve that within your own mind, heart, spirit, soul, and move on, because you'll never get closure to it, and you will stay stuck on waiting and hoping and wishing that that person would come back and right the wrong that they did to you. It may never come.
Amen.
It may never come. So some things you just got to know it's not going to come, and you got to be okay with it.
Exactly.
Forgive that person for yourself, and
Hmm.
and embrace and keep it moving.
And that's all you can do. But that is that's exactly, you know, how we feel like it works. And based on the raw talkers, I think we're on point. I think we're on point. There was one other
I
thing.
wanted another thing that I think people really fall short on when it comes to apologizing to loved ones, friends, daughters, kids, husbands, whoever. When a person asks you for help, whatever it is, maybe it's money, maybe it's they need gas, maybe they needed a ride. I don't know what it could be, a number of things. And you know you could have helped and you didn't help that person. I think at some point conviction should sit in and you should go back and get that person an apology. Because you know what, you asked me for help with such and such, and I didn't help you, and I was so wrong for not doing that. I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? People overlook that. That's hurtful to a person when, and especially a person thinking and knowing in their mind, I know she could have helped me, and she just chose not to do it. But she say she loved me. He say he loved me, and blah blah blah. And they have offered help from time if I needed it, and then when I come to you for help, it's not there.
I didn't even think of that, but that you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not always an argument.
Not always an
It's not
argument.
always a conflict or a fight.
Right. Yep.
It's not. Um, duh, 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 duh. There was there was something, I had posted this quote some time ago, and mm, now I can't now I can't find it. Of course, you know, when I'm thinking about this, at the last minute. And that's my fault. But but we'll just go on from there. I see somebody else has a comment too. I don't want to. Oh, Sinitra says yes, good stuff, and that you made a great point with that, and I agree. Think before you speak. You can't take it back anything that has been said. And yes, Jane, we agree with that, and especially if you put it in writing. And sometimes I put it in writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get on that. Oh, that text. Oh, that voice text. Oh, I tear it up.
And with apologizing, I think it's I'm one for when it comes to my guy friends. You know me, Miss B. When you tell your behind, when you end up in the doghouse, not only do you need to make apology, but like for a lot of women, you need to come back right. You need to come back with apology and a makeup gift too. And that makeup gift can range from anywhere from flowers to monetary appliances. Some women may ask or demand that you buy a new car or a house. I don't know. It depends on what y'all got going on. But I can say I have gotten some beautiful makeup gifts. I have gotten some beautiful makeup gifts, and that's always the icing on the cake.
Most definitely. I have not employed strategy, but it's a good one. Diane says, be slow to speak and think quick.
But like I say, we don't want to. You're not arguing to be the bigger person. You're not apologizing to be the bigger person. You're apologizing because you want to be a better person.
Yes.
You want to be a better person, and you know that's the right thing to do.
Yes, and not better, and not better than the other person.
Right, not better than the other person,
but a better person yourself.
Yes, it's growth. I feel like apologizing is a sign of maturity and growth. When you can accept, I don't have a problem apologizing. I'll be the first one to tell you, hey, I'm so sorry. I stepped on your toes. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I'm so sorry. I don't have a problem apologizing. I dropped the ball. My bad. You're right. I did tell you I was going to do such and such a thing I didn't do it. I'm sorry. How hard is it? I don't understand people that have so much pride built up in them that they cannot say, I'm sorry. It's 3 little words that doesn't cost a thing. Just like I love you. If you can say I love you, you should be able to say I'm sorry.
Yes.
I mean, I just don't get why it's so hard for some people. It's like pulling teeth. You cannot get them to apologize or admit that they was wrong to save your life.
And the real rub is when you don't want to apologize. You don't apologize. You don't acknowledge any kind of wrongdoing or acknowledge your part. You might not be 100%, but whatever percentage it is, you don't acknowledge the part that you played in the disagreement, and then you want to come back the next day and act like nothing happened. Listen, you can't have that stuff simmering beneath the surface.
Right. That gets my go-to. I don't like that. Don't know we had a disagreement or that we wasn't good yesterday or last night when you left and went home, and then you come back tomorrow and you want to act like everything all good and nothing never happened. No, we need to clear that up. We need to get that straight and let's move on. Because we didn't get it straight yet. So that means it's subject to happen again and again and again.
So let's.
And I understand some people say forgive, just let go, forgive and forget. But no, like I said, we need to get some resolution. We need to get an understanding with each other so this not gonna happen again. You're not gonna keep doing this over and over again.
Because that's a sign of crazy.
Right. And most of us too grown and too mature and should know how to do these things in relationships. Because nobody's perfect. We know arguments and things gonna come up. We're not perfect. We're not expecting perfection, but we are expecting you to have some truth about yourself, to have let the Holy Ghost convict you, or somebody convict you. Let your great grand aunt convict you. Let somebody step in and chastise you at some point and say, hey, you need to get back over there and make this thing right with this lady. or with this girl. You know that wasn't right what you did to her.
Exactly.
Correct it. Get it together.
Get it together.
And grow up.
Diane says most people's pride prevents them from apologizing.
Yes. Pride, selfishness, arrogance,
Ego.
ego, yes. You know, they on a high horse, they think they're better than anybody else. They feel like they don't need to apologize to nobody. It's a whole array of things that we probably can get into.
I don't need you. You need me more than I need you. So
Yeah.
you the one need to be apologized. I don't think so. And you know what they say though, pride comes before the fall. Right before you go flat on your face, all out, you know, lose your teeth, is the pride. And if you can push that pride aside.
Right. Another reason why we decided to do this topic just before the Thanksgiving holidays as well is because, hey, the holidays are coming. Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas, New Year's, all these wonderful festive things that's going to be going on that require you to be with your friends and your family. Now is a good time to apologize to somebody if you need to make some things right. Get it together, make it right. You want to be together for the holidays. COVID is happening. It's real. It's live. You don't know when the next time, or it's going to be the last time that you see somebody, and you don't want to be I know I don't want to be at nobody's casket, you know, crying and wishing that I would have got it right, or we would have been friends before they died or passed away. That's not a good feeling.
No.
You know, get things right for the holidays, make amends, and be the one to give out what you give out, a wreath or
the olive branch.
The olive branch, right? Be the one to give out. Get you a bunch of olive branches, and then you get an olive branch, and you get one, and you get just forgive everybody. What the heck? We getting ready to go into a new year.
Yes. So start your resolution today. Get ahead of the game.
Yes. Let's get over this, baby. Let's move on. Let's get together. The olive branch. Thank you, thank you, beautiful. The olive branch, right? It's in that olive branch, and that's that crown. That's restoring the crowns. Let's give those olive branches out. You know.
Most definitely.
So let's get it together for the holidays.
For real. Well, we want to thank all of the Raw Talkers for being in the building with us tonight. We appreciate your wisdom. We appreciate your insight. We appreciate your support.
Yeah.
We ask, of course, that you follow, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you'll always know when Raw Talk is on, and let some other friends know about it. We are working on growing our channel, and we would love to include you every week and all of your friends and family as well. So next week, we're going to be talking about toxicity. Are you toxic and you don't even know it?
What are you bringing to the table besides food? As we talked about bad vibes, we talk about toxicity, negative bad attitude, argumentative spirit. It's a number of things we probably could people bringing to the table and serving up that we just don't want no parts of. You leave all that stuff at home. Don't take that out when you go home, when you go out.
Yes, exactly. So coming up on the holidays, we're going to touch on all of those topics, and we invite you to join us live every Wednesday night on Facebook at Raw Talk and on YouTube at Real as Women Raw Talk. I love you, girlfriend Peggy, and I apologize for all the stupid stuff I haven't done to you.
Oh, forgive me, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, and we love you all. So have a great rest of your night, and a beautiful week ahead. And we will be with you. And we love you too, Shanita. We love all of you, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. on Raw Talk Live.